Hi, I'm Ron from POC Culture. Dean, Jonathan, great to chat with you both.
Hi, Ron. Good at chatting. This is the best look we've had all day.
I mean, this is incredible.
I'll take it. It's a win already. um, Congratulations. I really love this film, but more importantly, my daughter saw the film with me and she loved it. And as you can tell, she really loves Stitch. So, Dean, for you, I understand the approach was jokes plus tears, and I think that perfectly encapsulates the film. What was your creative approach in infusing those elements into this already beloved story?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think step one is to hire as many people from the original cast and crew as you possibly can, and get them to advise. And we did a lot of that with the animation and the character design in a way to try to preserve what everyone loves about Stitch and make sure that in transporting him to a live action world that we weren't kind of stripping away all the expressiveness and humor and charm that you get from a 2D animated character like that. But yeah, I think the opportunity a live action adaptation affords you is sometimes you can, just by virtue of it being real, you can invest more fully in the emotional reality of the characters. I think you're allowed a little bit more real estate to make the human drama really impactful. And so my approach was really about doing that justice and depicting an authentic relationship and depicting Hawaii authentically, while also not, losing the charm and fun and raucous good time that was the original Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah, just that, just all those things. No big deal.
Yeah. Dash of this, dash of that.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Jonathan, I love the work that Rideback does. I'm a huge fan of the company and the important work that Dan Lin does as well. And you've done a lot of important work with Disney, with Haunted Mansion, with Aladdin, where it's not just, there's a lot more that comes with it in terms of the cultural authenticity type elements that Dean just mentioned. What did you both and the team do to make sure that this film elevated that level of really sharing Hawaiian culture?
Yeah, I mean, I think it started with committing to shooting 100% of the movie in Hawaii, and that's not something that a lot of movies do these days. A lot of times you go for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and then you shoot interiors elsewhere. So committing to shooting the entire movie in Hawaii with Hawaiian crews was a big part of it. And then bringing on as many consultants as possible, not just sort of consultants for the film at large, but very specific ones. So when we get to the hula scene, there's a hula consultant, and there's a food consultant, there's a pigeon consultant, and every aspect of the movie had somebody who was part of this community. And they were really dedicated to helping us get it right. They were like, we've seen this represented in the wrong way. We're actually committed to helping you guys to make sure you do get it right. So it's inviting as many partners into the process as possible, shooting there. And I think also just the ambition that Dean always had was capturing a Hawaii that you hadn't seen before. We're very used to the tourist side of Hawaii, which you do get to see a slice of in Pleakley and Jumba's journey in this movie. But there's also sort of the other side of it. What is the reality of sort of living there? What does that feel like? What is sort of the nuance and specificity that we can bring to this to not only show the beauty and scope of Hawaii, but to really show an authentic experience that I don't think you've seen on screen before?
Yeah, I really loved the landscapes, those shots that, obviously it's the authenticity that you can't really do in animation, as beautiful as animation is. And it almost felt like Hawaii itself was a character in the show, in film, which I appreciated.
Yeah. Totally.
Now, Dean, it's this is a Herculean task, right? First of all, bringing Stitch to life has to be perfectly done. He has to be cute. He has to be bad. He has to be, he did that. And then I have to ask you about Maya, Kilo.
Yeah.
Incredible performance. Just the two of them, Stitch and Maya together.
Yeah.
How did you find her, and how did you find that balance to tell this story?
I mean, we really tried to cast a very wide net. We saw a ton of kids for that role. Obviously, it's such an important role for the film's success. And I think when Maya sent her tape in, it was clear. And then when she walked into the room for her callback, I think we were all just blown away. She's such a incredible talent, but also just a really good grounded kid who has all of the experience of having grown up on the Big Island, but also has this imagination and a lot of the qualities that I think make Lilo an icon for so many people. Her unique way of being in the world, her confidence, her her self-possession, all those things Maya had. But also, I would say she's not Lilo. A lot of directors will just try to cast the kid that is closest to the actual character. Maya is crafting a real performance as Lilo, and I don't know if you've had a chance to talk to her, but like, you know, yes, they share things in common. I think they'd be friends, but you know, she turned in and crafted a real incredible performance that I'm very proud of. Sorry, the other. Oh, how do
Stitch.
Stitch. So that's kind of the other half of how to do these movies successfully. I think the first half is obviously the design and hiring the right character animators and all that stuff. But when you're on set, creating an actual reality for anyone to react to, whether it's Maya or the camera people, crew and cast, and I'm including myself in that, you have to have some sort of reality, lived reality in there so that people can react to it and do their jobs well. And so that the reality that is baked into the footage is kind of unquestionably real. And so that meant, you know, sometimes it was, we had this incredible puppeteer working with us who had a Stitch puppet. Sometimes, especially for like more emotive scenes, Maya's acting coach would sub in and kind of crouch down in a corner or try to make herself smaller, but be a scene partner for her. Other times it was this dog, Dale, who has a hyperactivity disorder and was just designed to create chaos whenever we needed him to. And then, you know, sometimes it's me, sometimes it's a PA's tugging a vase or something because it needs to fall over at the right moment. All this choreography and planning that goes into making something look very off the cuff and chaotic.
Like I said, Herculean task, but you did it. Incredible film. Congratulations to you both.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.